Hey everyone, welcome to another YouTube video. This week I'm going to go full circle here, back to the basics. I started this channel a year and a half ago, doing with my adventures in WoW Classic, and today um, we're going to go back and jump right into some Burning Crusade Classic. Um, so anyway, because I've done all of this stuff before when it originally came out, and also other times with alts, I'm gonna try to go through everything I've I've done before and kind of give some um, stuff as I remember it, feedback as I know, and some tips and whatever I can remember from playing it before. So hopefully that's helpful, and hopefully everybody enjoys that. Um, Real quick before we begin, I'm going to go through each one of the guys I have here and talk about, what their um, strengths are, and a little bit about each one, the ones I like to play. I usually play spellcasters, as you can tell. Um, Shaman in Classic were really fun, especially for PvP. I don't PvP so much anymore. I used to a lot more, and they were really good in the sort of the 30s, 40s range in PvP. They were really good. Anyhow, but as I get the different what you call it, the different totems and whatnot, I'll walk through how to get those because stuff in Classic is not as easy. You just don't automatically get things like you do now in retail. So and yeah. So anyway, then the other one, let's see, Warlock. I'm planning on doing a showing you a little bit about this. The Warlock. I have a good rotation that I used to use in Classic. Also, you have to really be worried about aggro management, which is true just in general, especially if you do instances in Classic, but especially for a Warlock, it's not that hard to do enough damage to pull the aggro off of your pet. So I can kind of go through the rotation I use for that and how that works as I level this one. And then Night Elves were a lot of fun. I don't remember having to worry as much about mana management with Night Elves, but maybe that's because, if I ran out of mana, I could just turn into a cat and start fighting that way. I don't remember. I'm not sure if their spells don't take as much or their buff is just so good that it kept my mana going, but we can go through that. I originally and also continuously now my kind of main alt is a druid, as a balanced druid, and even way back in Classic is when I started playing balanced druid as a alt. My main, of course, is a warlock, so I probably have the most to say about that. And then probably my second main alt that's is a shaman. I do have that. And then I have this mage just because why not? I think if I remember correctly, mages were not as good or fun as they've become. I mean, I'll go through some of the expansion and information and my thoughts on them as we go, but I remember mages sort of coming into their own in later expansions. And then also, I'll probably throw in here at some point a Shadow Priest. I didn't really play him in Classic, but my cousin did, and he played a Shadow Priest um, troll, and he did, I mean, he was really good with it, and I would love to kind of play around with that and see how it works for myself back in Classic. So, anyway, enough said. Let's get into it here. See what's going on. So yeah, like I said, talking about different expansions, I think in the original one, I don't know who was strongest. I guess I hear warrior. I think for BC, it's just the ones that were the strongest were just whichever you played in the new races. So, um, Draenei gave you a buff that helped your health, which gave you some survivability, and high Blood Elves gave you a buff, a racial buff that helped with your mana management. So, I think um, in BC, it's just play something with the new races. Um, Wrath, when Wrath comes, when they make a Wrath, um, when they put out a Wrath shard, I'm definitely going to play uh, a Death Knight. Death Knights were so OP in Wrath, especially in the beginning, to the point where it was almost embarrassing. And you could um, level super fast, at least comparatively. We'll see how it feels um, once I play it again after playing retail. But I remember being able to get from 50 to 80 in like no time with with Death Knight. I mean, it was really fast, really OP. But um, that being said, my shaman, or not my shaman, my warlock by the end of that expansion was so good. Like, it was very OP. I couldn't believe it. Very, very OP. And then my yeah. So and then what else? What was I going to say? Oh, so then to me, I know you know what a lot of people feel, and I was on this for a while too. That WoD was the worst expansion. You know what? Now that I think about it, I think the anger or the problems with WoD aren't about WoD. I think it started. WoD was a mess. Don't get me wrong. The Farmville aspect, the obvious trying to keep us involved with busy work, yeah, the fact that the Alliance got this magical castle in the middle of a enchanted forest, and the Horde got like a chunk of plywood in the middle of snow. You, you can't. I mean, it had a lot of problems. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think that's where the problem started. In my opinion, the worst expansion was Cataclysm. Cataclysm is what kind of broke the game and changed it forever. Now, that being said, when Legion came out, I'm all in on retail because Legion was so good. So even with kind of changing the mechanics and kind of breaking the game, I mean, with good content, they can still make it work. If the story is good, if it's fun to play, if the mechanics that keep you interested are interesting, then I don't think that's a problem at all. Um, but yeah, Cataclysm, Shamans. I feel like Shamans ruled, even though you lost all your totems. They buffed them quite a bit. Um, and then Mist of Pandera was actually kind of good. It kind of kept me interested, even though I sort of lost interest when I, you know, because of Cataclysm. It kept me going. And then when WoD came out, that was like the straw that broke the camel's back. Um, and I think after WoD, I have Legion, which was incredible. And I just feel like every class that I play felt great in that one. I mean, the legendary weapon was just an amazing thing. And so that, you know what? Actually, though, I want to say I don't know if it's the strongest, but my favorite to play in that one was the Druid because I really liked the Druid Order Hall. It was so fun, so cool looking, so druidy. It was like the best. And then, of course, VFA and now Shadowlands. It's all modern history, so you know what's going on in those. But when Cataclysm broke it, I mean, it used to be each class had its distinct play style and different things, and maybe not everything's useful. Maybe I'm not going to put down an earth shaker totem with everything I with every battle, but the fact that I have it is kind of cool. You'll see when I play the warlock and I get high enough level, there were certain things you could do, like with different curses and create your own do it yourself uh, crowd control. I mean, there were lots of things to discover and combinations you could put together in classic because not everything was the same, you know, because they were so different. And I'm sure it was a balancing nightmare. But it, in my opinion, even the fact that druids were just RNG was fun. That was fun. Who cares if they weren't perfect damage all the time? They were fun. When you would get a certain roll and a certain buff, you knew, oh, now I got to push these buttons. Oh, now I got to push those buttons. And it was kind of cool to see, like, oh, yay, I got this that I wanted. Or, oh, I went into whatever, you know, arcane. And I don't know, whatever. Anyway, so I think they kind of broke it because I think Cataclysm is when they started going more generic. Warlocks couldn't suck souls anymore. Shamans couldn't throw down for totems anymore. Um, I think they even took away they changed the druid system from being RNG to this slider thing. I mean, it's a mess. I mean, the only thing that sort of got better was the mage. I think the mage procking, the arcane mage procking the arcane missiles is actually has made that class more fun. But anyway, all right, here we go. Let's see.
Fortune.
Coming of age. Let's see. You have survived the wilds of our new home and shown yourself to be a cut above the others. I believe that you have come of age to assist those battling on the front lines of Blood Mist. The hand of Argus could use a Draenei like you. Report to Tortillus, the pack handler. You will find him outside the Exodar, tending the Elec. Give him these orders that he may direct you towards your new duties on Blood Mist. Okay. All right, let's accept that. Now, before we do this, I want to do Call of Fire. Oh, yeah, let me explain something. Okay, so let's look at the map. So Call of Fire is my second totem, and I want to do that one, and I'll go through that. The first totem is, I think it's like over here. It's the Call of Earth. When you get to, I don't know, I forget what level, you get the Spuda, I guess it's called. It's like a potion from your trainer. And then you go over here, you drink it, you talk to this earth elemental. I think you do some stuff, kill some things or something like that usually. And then you go and talk to him, and then you get your earth totem. That's for Draenei. For let's see, it's down here. I don't know. Can we zoom in? No, we can't zoom in like you can in the modern. Oh, you can zoom out, but you can't zoom in. Okay, never mind. Anyway, I know there's if you take a look at the starting area, it's there's like a cave. If you're facing the cave, if I remember correctly, I think it's to the left of the cave. There's like sort of a secret path you find. You go up that, and you get to the earth obelisk or whatever that you have to do to in order to get your earth totem. And then in here it's kind of near, kind of close to Crossroads, kind of close to the coast. There's another secret passage where you get your fire. That's for Horde side, except for and I can't really zone in, but for Tauren it's super obvious. I remember the the thing you have to go to talk to the elementals right out in the middle of the field. Like, you can't miss it. And then I think that's it. Okay, and then for me, it's gonna be up here. This is where the fire elemental is. So for Alliance side for the Draenei. Okay, so just wanted to quickly go through that so you could see what that looks like. All right, so anywho, gotta remember to buff myself. I like the fire on my thing there. Oh, and I should check to see if I spent. Yes, I did. I spent on increased damage. All right, I think next time I'm going to spend on mana because, ooh, speaking of mana, let me make sure I've got some stuff to drink here. Let me make sure I have some stuff to drink here so I know that ornament off. Oh, wow, I might have a full bag here. I might have to sell some stuff before I move on. Oh, there's my earth totem. Anyway. Yeah, let's sell some stuff. Buy some drinks. Anything else? Okay, let's go through inside. I wonder, let's find a, let's find the, aha, good.
You wish to buy? Trade?
Repair. And let's just sell. Sell everything. That I don't need. Guess I could use that while I'm fishing, okay. Yeah, we'll keep that. And, oh, I do. I have spring water. And I have some healing potions. You know what? What did I throw that? What's this one? Oh, I'm going to use the defense potion, too, before I start fighting. Do that. Okay, I should be good. Maybe, just for the sake of argument, I'll buy a few more. What's my coinage look like? Oh, yeah. Playing Classic, I've got like no coinage basically. Okay, I'm gonna try to survive on those 8 mana potions or mana flasks. They're not flasks, but whatever. What are these called again? Spring waters. Okay, I'll try to last on those as long as I can. Alright, so let's start with Call of Fire. Oh, it says mission completed. So maybe all I need to do is go and talk to them. So what you do is you talk to your trainer. You get the you talk to your trainer. You get the Spuda, the potion. You go and talk to the element. When you get done talking to the elemental, excuse me, you go and talk to the elemental of that type. The elemental will give you a quest. You complete that quest, which is usually like, you know, kill some stuff and then come back and talk to me. And then once you've completed that quest, then you are able to get fire totems. Because I turned level 10, I already get I get fire shot spell. And I can cast that. Now let's see, Grisha. I think I want to switch these. I probably have them. They probably just landed in there because when I bought the spell, I put it there without thinking about it too much. Maybe there's a reason why I want to do it that way, but let's start like this. Okay, now. Oh, and I have some add-ons. So in Classic, in retail, add-ons are not as important, although I still use a lot. I'm just used to it. But in Classic, it becomes a little more important. I used to use quest helper, which had a big arrow that pointed you to the next quest. But now I use Questy because I pretty much remember most of these. And it's just to help me keep track of my quests that I have going on. Then I also used to use Auctioneer. I don't know if I put Auctioneer, the old Auctioneer again on this. I think in retail I'm using Auctionator because I think that's what's being kept up to date. In retail I have some fun ones like Pet Leash. But I think in Classic I'm trying to keep it as clean as possible. So I think really it's just, oh, in retail I have, okay. Is this one? Okay, yeah, no, that's a different one. That's complete. I'll go and deal with that too. Okay, where is the fire dude? I remember him being over. Let's see. Where am I? Yeah, over here somewhere. No, over here. Aha. Yep, see, I can see that mark there. All right. Let's make my way back over there. One thing you do in one thing that you end up doing a lot of in Classic is running. A lot of running. Just running. So we used to call it World of Runcraft or Running Simulator. So dude should be over here somewhere. And I'm running. Oh, I'm running the wrong direction. See, that happens. Oh my god, that happens so often. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to fight some dudes because to get there, because that's the way it is, but we'll see. Oh, just to be on the safe side, we'll drink that. What the heck? Might as well since I have it. Yeah, there he is. In case I get jumped. Sometimes you get jumped by things. These guys don't attack you. Yeah. There we go. Alright, let's find this fire elemental. Turn this in. So I can get my fire totem. And I will be happy because fire totem actually really rocks. It really helps. Complete quest. Aha, retrieve. Okay. One of my brethren, Houter, has gone insane, no doubt because of crash of your ship. He's begun demanding that the local owl beast worship him. This will not continue. None of us would ever impersonate a god. It falls to you to restore the balance. First, you must retrieve the ritual torch, which has been taken by the crazed wildkin inside Silver Pine Hold to the west. Return the torch to me. Okay. We can do that. Let's go and do it. Yeah, right there. Okay. Let's run to it. And just because it's classic, let's see how much I got 2 more minutes left on this. Might as well start using it. Yeah. And that is how it's done. I have enough for like one more fight. So Let's try and make my way through here. Enough for one more fight before I need to drink. Or wait, or take my time to fight again later. There we go. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I have one more before I have to drink. Let's do this guy. Oh, wait. Can I skin these guys? Oh, yeah, I can. Because that's money. Any way you could make a little bit of money from selling stuff. I haven't really gotten too much into the auction houses. You know, maybe in higher levels. Right now, I'm just basically farming and selling. Which is probably how I played most of Classic the first time. I discovered, like, how much money you can make on the auction house, but we were all noobs at the time, just learning things as we went. Let's fight this dude. Ruined scraps. Oh, good, I have mana back. I'm happy about that. Shoot, this is not a good situation. When you get hit by two at the same time, not good. Luckily, I have some healing ability. Use my... First I use my mana. I have a potion, which I will use if needed. There we go. I think I might be able to get through. Oh no, who's this? Oh. Darn it. You stupid blood elf, I'm gonna get you. Okay, thank you. Does that start a quest? Okay. Bandits. This appears to be a bounty ledger. You cannot understand blood elf language, but you note that there's a picture depicting a dead Draenei, a smiling blood elf standing over the corpse, and a symbol of what you think is some sort of blood elf currency. They've put a hit out on Draenei. You must inform the Exarch. Okay, great. Get some gloves from that one. Oh. Let's get in range here. Alright. Okay. Now let's go and see if we can get that torch. You know, things take a little more time in Classic. Sometimes you have to fight your way over to something. Sometimes you forget to skin the last two guys and decide, oh, is it worth it to go back and skin them? And then decide, yeah, maybe it is, because you don't want to leave money lying on the ground. So now you gotta go find their corpse. And then you realize, wait a minute, did I skin them or didn't I skin them? I think I must have skinned them. Alright. And then you go back on your way to doing your normal quest. This is the way of Classic WoW. Anyway, alright, so lots of fun. Oh, it looks like this guy's in my path. And this is the other thing. It used to be Like now, if you go down a path, you're safe. There's no way anybody attacks you on a path in retail. But in classic, you had to be careful because sometimes some guy was intruding on your path, like a root lasher might be intruding on where you need to walk. Okay, I gotta go find this torch dude. Let's go around here. I feel like I'm gonna get jumped by one of these tigers or something. No, okay, great. Since I'm here, there's a sales guy here? There used to be? Yeah. Great. I'm gonna sell all my stuff that I can. What is this? This is something you need. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Sell everything. Whoops. Oh, wait, there is one more thing. I don't need this. Hey, any coin you can make, any amount of silver, you gotta do it. Okay. For centuries, we lived in relative peace with the creatures of the land. Several months ago, curs began to see dark omens. The peace that we enjoyed for so long was to be lost. The extent of the catastrophe could not be known, so it would be that the gods would shatter our lands, turning both friends and foe against us. But there was something else. Amid the chaos, a hero would rise, a hero not of silver pine blood. The promised one would deliver us from devastation. That prophesied hero was you. Yay, complete the quest. Awesome. All right. Now, I think I need to go in there because I think that's where I need the torches from. Or I need to get a special torch thingy. And then I'll come back and maybe I'll grab these quests. You know what? I should grab them now because I might be doing double duty if I do that. So let's take a look here. What's this one? Beast of the Apocalypse. My brothers and I were hunting in the woods to the east. We were ambushed by strange insect-like beasts. Such aberrations have never before been seen in Azure Mist. Could they be a sign of the coming apocalypse? The apocalypse that you are designed to prevent. I don't know why I couldn't read that. If you truly are the promised one, you will strike the creatures of the apocalypse down and bring me their hides. From their hides, I can fashion you armor of great power. Find them to the east beyond the road. Okay, that's those guys I was fighting. I could have been doing double duty. Okay, Murlocs. Okay, this is another area. These are dark days, promise one. Even the Murlocs are kicking our tails, literally. Unfortunately, more than just my ego has been bruised. While our relationship with the stilt fin Murlocs had always been tenuous, never could we have imagined that they would have the gall to attack us and steal from our food stores. Travel to the west, to the stilting shore, and recover our stolen foodstuffs. And if you see a dark-skinned Murloc with a patch of white fur stuck between his webbed toes. ... Okay. Excellent. All right, but before we do, let's go and get that torch. See if maybe we can complete that before we have to go today. Then we could take on other stuff in our next session. Oh, one thing about playing a shaman is you have to make sure that your buffs are always up. In Classic, they would expire pretty quickly. Okay, I think this is full of nasties. Yeah, level 10 nasties too. Whew. I may want to put down armor. Armor buff. Let's do it. Oh man, I'm getting double rushed here by these guys. This is not good. It's okay. Got this one. Put on that. Nice. Okay. Awesome. Ritual torch. That was easy. Awesome. I'll take it. All right. Now, let's go back out and talk to Fire Dude. Right? Is that what we do now? Fire Dude. Yep. And see if we can get our fire totem. And then that's a pretty good accomplishment for this session. So let's try to get over there as quickly as we can. Doesn't mean we won't have to. Whoa, what was that? Okay, we're probably gonna have to fight some dudes to go the route that I'm taking. Like some lashers, which are pretty low level. So I don't need to do too much. Like that. Patchwork, it's level 5. What's my current cape? 7. Okay, 7 armor. That's 5 armor. Okay, I'll keep my 7 armor.
I need to get closer.
Oh. Maybe I can get past him without fighting him. Let's fight somebody else, so I'm sure. Oh, maybe not. I could sneak down here and get through here. Snake through there. Kill some of these guys if I need to. These guys are level 10 too, so we'll see. Okay. Not sure why that drop rate is like that. Wouldn't you think they all have hides? Like, isn't that something they would have? And that every one of them you killed would give you a hide? Not sure about that one. Gloves. 13 armor on those gloves. Let's see. What's my gloves here? What are my, whoops, what are my current gloves? 17, okay. We'll keep those. Let's see, maybe I can get through here to the fire without fighting. Let's see if I can make it. Yes! Yay. Okay. Oh, this log's too big to jump over. Alright, here we go. Let's talk to the guy, see if he gives me my totem or if I have to go back to my trainer. Let's see. I think he gives you a thing to give to your trainer. If I remember. Here you go. Here's your torch. See how its fire never goes out? That is the work of Howtower. It's a symbol of his arrogance. The flame is meant to consume that which it burns, and then itself die, to be reborn anew another time. I would help you douse the torch, but it must stay lit. For you to deal with Howtower. We will let it burn a little while longer. Complete quest. Oh, I'm gonna have to fight a dude, I think. The owl beasts of Moonwing Den on Azurmus Isle, far to the southwest, have been deluded into thinking Howtar is a god to be worshipped. What he truly is a fallen elemental who needs to be put out of his misery. That torch is the key to his downfall. Howtar regularly demands that these owl beasts burn an effigy in his honor. So when you light it, he will come. Slay him and bring me the ashes. Then use the orb in the satchel that I give you to return to me here. Okay. Accept. And this is the one to return. You still have to run all the way the freak down there. Where is it? I don't know where it is. Orb. What did he give me? This. Fireproof satchel. And it has ritual torch. And I'm going to keep it like that because it takes up less space. Alright, well, you know what? I think this is a good stopping point because if I remember, the place where I have to go is like way over on the other side of the island. I might as well hurt to like the kind of the quote unquote halfway point and then go to it later. Let's see. Let's look at the map. Yeah, it's like way over here. It's like way over here. This one. That's it. So I was like up here, Earth, I'm halfway there, I'll run down here. Okay? So that's pretty good. So next time, unless I play off screen, I don't know. But next time the plan is I will go and get the next phase of the Call of Fire, bring him the ashes, and then I think he gives me the, I don't know, something that I have to give back to my trainer, and then I'll get my fire totem. And the fire totem is really handy in Classic as a shaman when you're leveling, because if you need to pump out a little extra damage, drop that, and it really helps. That way you can use your earth your earth your earth skin totem to give you a little extra armor instead of having to choose between, do I do more damage with strength totem or do I protect myself with this? You can kind of do both by putting this down in your fire. The other ones though, if you're, and actually I haven't really been using these totems the way I should. If I'm gonna, when I get more mana, so I don't have to manage it as much, and I can get some mana management uh, special, talents in there. Then I can start using these a little bit more, and I'll show you. Like, this one's really good to slow them down when they're coming at you. This one's really good to take them, taunts them off of you. So both of these I've used a lot when I'm doing more of an elemental attack. So anyway, that's good. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you liked it. If you do like seeing somebody play classic who's going down memory lane and remembering where everything is and how you do everything and giving tips and advice based on my own experience, let me know. I'm happy to do more of these. I really enjoy playing Classic, and Burning Crusade Classic is a lot of fun. So, anyhow, thanks a lot for joining me. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.
Subscribe, 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 and like this video. Subscribe and like to 10 notes.